What is up, bros and broettes? I am Inkslasher, and today is super exciting because we are talking about Scorestreak Variants. Today, we are going to be counting down the top 5 Scorestreak variants that are now in Infinite Warfare. And if you saw my video yesterday, you now know that Scorestreak variants are in the game, and they're actually not that expensive to purchase with salvage. And I thought that was pretty great that you could actually get them from salvage. You didn't have to spend like hundreds of dollars to just randomly open supply drops and hope you get them. So now we're actually able to choose what the better ones are, and you can purchase those ones. So once again, like I said in yesterday's video, the rare Scorestreak variants cost 150 salvage, the legendary are 300, and the epics are 450. So overall, they're not too expensive. You don't have to waste all of your salvage, and you're actually going to be able to purchase kind of a wide variety of these things. So of course, this list is somewhat going to come down to personal preference, and if you disagree with anything I say in the video, it's completely okay. And feel free to let me know down in the comment section below which one of the new Scorestreak variants is your favorite, what one you like, what ones you don't like. I'll be reading all the comments, and I'm going to be really interested to see what you guys have to say about the new Scorestreak variants. So sit back, relax, and if you enjoy, be sure to hit that like button. But without further ado, let's get into the top 5 Scorestreak variants in Infinite Warfare. Now, this one isn't going to be one of the top 5, but this is just like an honorable mention, one that I really like, and I think they did in a very interesting way. So this one is the drone package called Fuse. Now, this one has explosive package, which basically drops a fake care package, and if your enemies try to pick it up, it explodes and kills them, which is always really fun to use. But the thing that I like that they did with this one is they actually reduced the cost of it, because normally a care package in this game, or a drone package, if you want to call it that, costs 550 score. Whereas this drone package, the Fuse, only costs 350 scores. So it's actually going to be pretty easy to get these. The problem with it is once you kill someone once with one of these, the enemies are going to kind of start to hint in and figure out that you're just trying to trap them with these. So getting more than 1 or 2 a game is going to be kind of useless. But when you do get the kills like that, it's always super, super satisfying. So coming in at number 5, we got the AP3X Reactor, which is the epic variant of the AP3X. Now, this one has twin dragons, which basically takes your double machine guns and replaces it with double laser turrets. And this one's really interesting to me because you're going to notice that the cost of it score-wise is the exact same as the normal AP3X. Both of them cost 1,550 points. And the simple reason of why this score streak made number 5 is because it's a better score streak with a higher attack. However, it costs the same amount of score. And that's the one thing you're going to notice with this list today, is that every single one of the score streaks that we're actually going to talk about doesn't cost any more than the base score for the normal score streak, and then something's improved on top of it. You don't really want to purchase any of the score streaks that are going to cost extra score to actually get, because generally speaking, for these score streaks that cost extra, they don't cost a little bit extra. It's not going to be 1 extra kill. It's going to be like 6 extra kills or something really ridiculous like that. Coming in at number 4, I'm already cheating. I'm actually putting 2 score streaks at number 4. The reason being is because they're very, very similar. So coming in at number 4, we got the Vulture Ambush, which replaces the radar mode of your Vulture with a sentry mode. And basically, the reason why this one only comes in at number 4 is because this is only going to be really good on domination or objective game modes. Because whenever you can throw this thing at like a B flag or something, and all of a sudden you have a flying sentry gun. However, you can upgrade this a little bit and use the epic variant of it called the Dragonfly. Now, with the Dragonfly, it's very similar to the Ambush, where you can put it in a different mode. The problem with the Ambush is you can only put it in sentry mode, meaning it's going to stay in one spot, and the problem with the Vulture is it's really squishy, which means if it's staying in one spot and it doesn't take much damage to kill it, your enemies are going to be able to take it out pretty damn easy. The thing with the Dragonfly is you can put it in patrol mode and get it to patrol a certain area. And when doing that, you're going to kind of have the same idea where you can defend a certain area, for example, the B flag in a game of domination. However, your Vulture is actually going to be moving, making it a little bit more difficult for your enemies to kill it. The only downside of this one is it moves a little bit slower than a normal Vulture would. However, once again, both of these score streaks cost the same amount of score as the base Vulture. The reason why these are not ranked higher on the list is because these are only going to be good in objective game modes, whether that be hardpoint, domination, whatever you're playing. However, if you're a team deathmatch player, which most of the people playing Call of Duty actually are, this isn't going to be the best score streak whatsoever because players just kind of spread out around the map. At number 3, we got the counter UAV called the Eclipse. Now, this is the legendary variant of it, and the interesting thing about this one is that it's basically a souped-up counter UAV. The reason why I say that is because this one has a perk called Shutdown, which has a lower amount of lifetime, which means it's not going to last quite as long as your normal counter UAV. However, it doesn't just disable the minimap, it disables your entire enemy HUD. So it's basically like a weak EMP that doesn't destroy anything like equipment or score streaks or anything like that. The magic part about this one is it costs the exact same amount as your normal counter UAV. So that's where I think you kind of get your most bang for your buck as far as the counter UAV goes. However, there is an epic variant called the Nova, which is a full-on EMP. The problem with the Nova is it costs 1,150 points. And with getting that many points, if you simply use the counter UAV Eclipse, you're going to be able to get 2 of those in the same amount of time you would get one normal EMP, and I think it just costs simply too much to get the Nova epic variant of it, so making the legendary variant where you just disable the HUD that much more useful, and that's why this one is number 3. So the reason why I put number 2 and number 1 at their respective spots is mainly because I find that they are such a large improvement over the base score streak. And that's what I really want you to compare with these score streak variants. So coming in at number 2, we've got the Trinity rocket called Warhead. Now this is the epic variant, and the perk that it has is called Endless, and the description is able to continuously fire a series of non-tracking missiles per launch. Now the interesting thing about this one is that you are able to fire way more missiles than you can normally with a Trinity rocket, in other words more than 3, but they simply do not track. The thing with the Trinity rocket is the tracking on the rockets really isn't that strong, which means you're sacrificing a little to gain a lot, in other words more missiles. The magic part about this one is you're going to be able to get way more kills than you normally could with a Trinity rocket. You might have to get a little bit lucky because they don't track people, but if you get used to aiming and kind of leading your targets with the Trinity rocket, you're going to be very good with this thing and be able to get a ton of kills. And coming in at number 1, not only do I think this one deserves the number 1 spot because it's the most improved score streak, but I may go as far as to say this may be one of the best score streaks in the game for the amount of score it takes to get now. This one is called the Bombardment Doomsday. And basically what this variant does is takes the 2 problems I have with the normal bombardment, gets rid of them, and makes it better for the exact same amount of score. So the regular bombardment costs 850 score, and the problem I have with it is you can only call it in on one area, and it takes time to call in because you got to choose where you're putting it on the map and everything like that. However, the Doomsday, with this variant it has auto target, which basically fires 1 bombardment rocket for every enemy that's on the enemy team. And what it does is track that enemy. So no longer do you have to choose where you're putting your bombardment. No longer do you have to take your time to choose that one location that it hits. It also hits across the entire map no matter where the enemies are going to be. The reason why I love this one so much is because I play a lot of Team Deathmatch, and with Team Deathmatch your enemies spread out. So with 1 bombardment, normally in Team Deathmatch there's no way you're going to be able to kill 4, 5, or 6 people because normally they're spread out completely. However, now with this bombardment on those wide open kind of lots of outdoor space maps, it's possible to kill an entire team with a bombardment because you're going to have 1 rocket that tracks every single player on the enemy team, which is absolutely insane. But guys, those are my favorite 5, well, kind of 6 variants that they put into Infinite Warfare. Let me know down in the comment section below which ones you agree with, which ones you disagree with, and if I missed any, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, it would be super greatly appreciated if you could hit that like button. I know it's been a while since I've done a top 5 video, but maybe I'm going to have to start doing more of these if you guys enjoy it. But if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We got plenty more Call of Duty content coming in the very near future, so stay tuned for that. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.